Hey there, I'm Josh, and today I'm going to be just joshing around, unboxing and setting up my brand new laser from XTOOL. This is the XTOOL S1 Diode Laser Kit, which came with the main laser and a bunch of other crap. Now, full transparency, XTOOL was kind enough not to send this stuff to me for free, meaning I had to pay for it. Anyway, even though this is a pseudo unboxing video, funnily enough, I in fact do not have the footage of me unboxing the actual laser, because the file got corrupted and I lost it, so whoops. But you still get to see the rest of this stuff unboxed, and yes, I'm going to speed up the footage here and there, despite some previous viewers being sensitive to that for whatever reason. Wah! Moving on. One thing you'll notice is that the good folks at XTOOL are incredible at packing things. I mean, honestly, look at that space utilization. I just wish they'd come help me and my wife pack for family vacations. Inside the enclosure, I found all the necessary parts to get this baby up and running. There's the power supply and a tool and accessories kit, which has all kinds of useful stuff inside. A pack of materials with a bunch of different samples inside, like glass, leather, jewelry, and wood. Then there's the owner's manual, the actual laser module, some slats that I'm never going to use, and the exhaust hose. Per the manual, one of the first steps is to remove these little stop pads inside the enclosure. Removing these allows the gantry to move freely, while removing the stickers allows it to look less tacky. Next, I slid out the gantry to install the laser module. The S1 has 3 different compatible modules, and I opted for the 40 watt module. What's nice is that they're interchangeable based on need. The module locks into place using magnets and a little keyhole slot on the back, and then it's secured using 2 screws installed through the top. The wiring harness and air assist tube were installed on the left side, while the retractable auto measuring probe is installed on the right. This is literally the easiest thing on this machine to install. You just line up the tabs and then it locks in place using a magnet. In fact, the use of magnets is pretty prominent in the design of this machine, and it helps to make maintenance super simple. Next, I spun the machine around to install the rear components, starting with the exhaust hose. To do so requires the removal of the cover and the installation using some longer included screws. With that done, next I installed the safety key. This is more meant to prevent people from tampering with the machine, which is probably something I'm not going to have to worry about too much, but it's required for use. Next, I installed the power cord. One nice feature included on this machine is an emergency stop button, or e-stop button. I really appreciate their focus on safety with this machine. Now, technically, this laser is ready to use at this point. It doesn't require anything else to function, but since I ordered a bunch of other crap, I'm going to show you that first. This thing here is the air assist. It's a small compressor blower that provides an airstream to assist in cutting and engraving. This box consists of the compressor, some air tubing, a power cord, and a couple extra filters. Connection is very simple for both the air tube and the power cord. You just have to ensure that the tube is connected to the air assist port and not the fire suppression one, as that is another optional accessory. Next up is the riser base. This will allow extra depth clearance for the laser to accommodate both taller items and the use of a couple other accessories that I'll get to in a moment. This box consists of the front and back rails, 2 side rails, mounting hardware, and a small box of accessories. The assembly is once again simple and straightforward, with everything being marked well and the instructions being very intuitive. One requirement is to uninstall the crumb tray from the main machine. This is done so by removing all the mounting screws. The crumb tray is then removed and the machine is placed on top of the riser base. Some longer mounting screws are provided and are used to secure the machine to the base. Foam strips are provided to be installed on the top lip of the fold-down panel on both the front and back rails of the riser base. These help to block the laser light from splashing out of the thin gap. Next, I unpack the honeycomb panel. This panel is an upgrade to the slats that are included with the base machine. It makes for a nice stable work surface, and the honeycomb design allows crumbs and cutoffs to easily fall through. One of the cooler additions to this panel are the strong magnetic hold-down clips. These things work great and I use them all the time. Installing the panel requires sliding the crumb tray into place. The riser base has different height grooves to accommodate larger workpieces, but typically I'll probably keep it on the top rung. With the crumb tray slid into place, the panel is then just simply set on top of it. Up to now, every accessory that I've added is going to be permanently installed and used. But these next two are specialty accessories for specific items. The first is this rotary attachment. This will allow me to custom engrave things like tumblers, water bottles, glasses, sports balls, ornaments, or pretty much anything round and engravable. For this part of the video, I'm just simply unboxing it for now. I'm not going to be assembling it or installing it until I have the need for it. I just wanted to show you what's inside for informational purposes. Everything's going to go back in the box to be stored until use. The same goes for this last accessory, the automatic conveyor feeder. This is a specialty addition to accommodate longer items for customization. Again, I'm not going to assemble it now. I just wanted to get eyes on it to familiarize myself for future use. Both this conveyor and the rotary attachment require the installation and the use of the riser base. And that's it. That's all the stuff I got with the kit. Now let's fire this baby up and get it connected. What's nice is that I can connect it through USB or Wi-Fi. I'm choosing USB because my Google Nest Wi-Fi is literally a freaking nightmare that loves to drop out all the time. Stupid jerks. Anyway, for now, we'll use the included USB cable. Once connected, a firmware update was applied. I went ahead and connected it to my Wi-Fi, in the eventuality that my Wi-Fi ever ends up having a shred of stability. Stupid Google Nest Wi-Fi, bunch of jerks. Anyway, now we can add something to the canvas, process it, and start the laser. I chose a little nativity ornament that I designed myself. The included XCS software is super easy to use. It didn't really take me that long to design this ornament. With the ornament added, there are several steps to complete to successfully process the project. You have to select your parameters that you want for the material you're using, and then figure out the distance using the auto measuring probe. And then you have to mark the processing area. This is done in different ways, but basically you place the module where you want it, and you hit the button on the front of the machine, and then move it to a second point and hit the button again. This was specifically for this rectangle processing area, but the same principle applies to the other ones as well. Once that's done, you just select your items and then place them where you want them on the canvas. You then just verify that all of your parameters are correctly applied, then hit process and start. This sends the file to the machine, then you can begin laser ignition sequence.
Begin laser ignition!
Attention.
One thing that's really cool about this laser is that if you look really close at the module, you can see what's going on inside of it. Wow, who would have known that there's little tiny people inside that thing? Wild stuff. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Seriously though, it is pretty cool to get in close and see how this thing works. This laser is crazy powerful and super quick. Now don't get me wrong, it's not like an industrial laser. I mean, those things are on a whole other level. But to a beginner like me, this thing's awesome. And it really does a great job. I've been using this machine for a few weeks now, and I gotta say, I'm loving it so far. It's super easy to use and very intuitive. Now, just like anything else, it's not without its quirks. There's always something new to learn and improve upon. But that's all part of the process to get better as you go. Like, over the first week or so, I wasted a bunch of material by workshopping and prototyping different projects into products that I could either sell or give away as gifts. And even though I did technically waste that material, it's all part of that process and the initial investment. You see, part of the reason that I bought this machine in the first place besides me just being a giant nerd about gadgets and gizmos in general, is because I've been wanting to start a little side business of making and selling things for a while now. And for me, a laser like this one is a perfect tool to start doing that. Since I bought it, I started an Etsy shop where I began selling things like this little mini version of the Nativity that I made a video about a few years ago. I'm starting off small and slow, but I plan to add items to my shop on a regular basis. Now obviously, with this being the holiday season and all, most of my stuff on there is geared more toward Christmas, but that's going to change over time. Regardless, without this laser, I wouldn't be able to do any of that. My hope is that with time, both my Etsy shop and my shop in general, along with my deadly arsenal of computer-controlled machines, is going to continually grow and expand. For now though, I'm just going to continue to be like a little kid in a candy shop, playing with the most expensive toy I've ever gotten. Now this video wasn't supposed to be any sort of in-depth review of this particular machine or lasers in general, because I'm completely new to all of this. It was just supposed to be a simple unboxing along with my initial thoughts. I plan to use this laser quite extensively and share more of my thoughts about it in the future. I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe you found it helpful in some way. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I'll see you next time.